Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody. Stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down, could not turn the corner, and already this offense behind the chains. And the Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's out. Throws for the tight end. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
They're going to test the right side with this one. To running room. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Reed. Fires to the big fella. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
To the air on 2nd down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
The short hands, it's Bussey. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Reed. That's caught. It's Craven. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. A run for the quarterback. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie! This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Aller. Rushes on him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Wants to throw again. Skips away from pressure. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On 3rd down, going up top. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust. And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The man, putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Dropping back, it's Aller. Looking for the score. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. The 50, the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The corners are walked up tight. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Back to throw, it's Aller. Fires left. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Reynolds. Throws to the tight end. Rolls it in. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more snap coming before halftime. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Aller. Going over the top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Looking for room, it's Moss. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll take it himself. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. That's reeled in, it's Craver. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The give from the gun. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Taking it the other way. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 45.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forced an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
On the run, it's Singleton. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Allard. Fires to the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation, so let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The defense is going to dare them to throw the ball. They know the offense is trying to run out the clock. Motion from the wideout. Quick release by the QB. Oh, what a move to get open. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Aggies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Dropping back, it's Allard. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
And after failing to get that fourth down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggie. And the pummeling has started.
And I tell you what, Rick.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
When you come out and the run game works right away, everybody gets confidence, everybody's happy, and the whole playbook now is open for everybody to use.
The Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Reed. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Unloads quickly. Touchdown, Aggies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
Looking to fire. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Fighting off the defender. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Reed. Grabbed over the middle, it's Craven. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That's the end of the first quarter. Texas A&M 7, Notre Dame 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the move. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
They want to run this quarterback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. This is a design run. And he's loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Notre Dame 0.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. Starts from their own 25-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
misfired on first down, back to the air on second. This time he's got it. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Fields. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on second and inches. Let's go. Wants to throw again. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Throws toward the end zone. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to pass, it's Reed. Firing to the right, complete. Got room at the 35. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Bussey. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The throw. Soft spot in the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
A&M comes back out with another first down. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Moss. Oh, a lot of space. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sayin. Got it in the middle. It's Peoples.
Really good offense. To attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down with third downs coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Sayin. Tosses it incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the ground game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating in the backfield and making something happen.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
7, Texas A&M, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bussey. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Next team of the first quarter. Ohio State, 7, Texas A&M, 0.
First play of the period will be a second down. A design run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll take the return, trying to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll heave it deep. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Aggie. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, he's looked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down.
He's out of bounds at the 46.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff from the gun. Runs through a tackle. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Sayin. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Quick tempo here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You gotta love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play, they hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're gonna be pinning their ears back.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking for a deep man. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running to the left. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Caught over the middle. It's Concepcion. Oh, he's got some space. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big pack.
Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, man, you're set up. You're in great position. The offense driving the ball down the field. You get in the red, you got to make something positive happen, Paul, and that's not what they were looking for.
No, turnovers. That's why that's a key statistic when it comes to winning and losing football games, but it couldn't have come at a worse time, as you just mentioned, David. Down at this area of the field, situationally, when you're trailing, you simply can't have a mistake like that, and that's the difference between good teams and bad teams.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, if you were wondering if this offense was going to be more conservative in the second half after all the success they had in that first period, think again. They waste no time taking a shot on their opening drive early on. They've already scored a touchdown here. This defense continues to be on their heels.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Craver. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
What they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They go 83 yards on the drive, and he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Return coming, he'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Peoples. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. The short hands, it's Smith. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
At the 37. First down for the offense.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 21 Texas A&M, 14.
So first down will open up the final period. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. Release to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Peoples. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Converts on fourth down, still going. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. The lone back's got it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the grab.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. I know he thinks he can house every... But sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. just going to keep it after the snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bussey. He's loose. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Craven. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moss. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking for space to the left. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
So now it's second and long. To throw, it's Reed. Bringing the heat. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy.
There he goes. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. A little wrinkle here as they go to the wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Love. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Looking to scramble. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. Wide open spaces. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the track.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Last play of the period, first down here. Dropping back, it's Carr. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
That touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Good job of reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. 2nd down coming up. Now on the move. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. About shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Craver. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moss. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Forced out of the pocket. Caught in the backfield. It's Concepcion. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Using his feet to buy time. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Reed. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback keeper. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And it's 4th down, but with this time on the clock, why wouldn't you give it one more play before halftime? Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, on 4th down, on the final play of the first half, I think everybody in this building expected them to kick a field goal, and instead, they decide to get aggressive, and not just that, they don't even throw it, they run it. What a great job out in the open field. He's able to score a touchdown, and he gives his team the lead.
And they did tack on the extra point. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
Trying to get behind the defense. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Finds his man down the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On the direct snap, it's Bob. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Right on the money. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Bob. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Got him in the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his feet. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught over the middle. It's Concepcion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, man. That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy, so we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now adjusting. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Reed. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock after a short pickup of 7, and it's getting dire in terms of the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Moss. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Makes a grab. He's got a 1st down. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.